Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you all about creating offers inside of Kajabi, what they are and all the options that you have available to you. Now, as I mentioned in previous videos, this is my partner account, my dummy account that I have here. So don't be put off that there's no sales going through this. I do know what I'm talking about. So we come into this and in your dashboard, we come under the sales tag and we've got offers is the top one. We have just made a video on coupons. If you haven't seen that, that's up here. Really good one showing you the ways that you can add discount codes and coupons to your offers. But we're going to come in here to offers at the moment. And the way I kind of consider this is we're creating products. These are our online courses, memberships, as it says here, podcasts, all kinds of things. So I've got one product in here at the minute, my Ecamm Live Academy, that actually doesn't have anything inside it. It's introduction, level 1, level 2. This is how I would build this out. We've got another video showing you how to build a product. You can check that one out up here. But we've got our product built now. This is our asset, our course that we've got, and we want to put a price tag on it to be able to sell this thing. And that's then where we come to offers. So let's start with a blank canvas and we're going to create a new offer. And the first thing it says is what title do you want to give it? Now, this is really an internal title, first of all. So let's stay with this theme. We've got our Ecamm Live Academy, which is a real thing that we run. This is just a dummy model of it. And I create a new offer every time we run this academy for several reasons. Partly because we attach it to an event, so we can put a date on it and things like that. Also, so that when I look back at this across the past few years, I can see which individual offers performed better than others, nice and easy. So I'm going to put in here, Ecamm Live Academy, October 2022. That's when our next one will be running. And so what product? So when somebody purchases this, what are they going to get? And I've only got one product in here and it is my Ecamm Live Academy. So that goes in. Now, there might be times, and we've done this actually, when we've got mini courses. We've created a few very small little video trainings and we've bundled them together. So when somebody buys this, they also get these free courses as well. You can list all that in here, and then in somebody's library, it will show all the products that were bundled into this offer. And then we're looking at payment type. Is this a one-time payment? Is it multiple payments, a subscription, or is it free? Now you might be thinking, I want to have a couple of options at this. I want to give people an option to pay in full at a discounted rate, and I also want to give them a 3-month, 6, 12-month payment plan. I'll explain that as we go through. For now, let's just consider that we're going to do a one-time payment. And our Ecamm Live Academy at the minute is $199 US. So let's tick that there. And this is the first part. So from the information that we've entered, this dashboard now, it lists our product. We could take it out, we could add other products in later, so you don't have to know it all at the start there. If maybe as you get going with this offer and in a month's time you think, oh, we've created something else, let's bundle that into it as well, you can do. Product access, so you can set some limits in here. This is where you see the power of Kajabi really and how this works. So when somebody buys it, do you want access at a specific date? So we absolutely do this, and we have a day one and we want everybody's videos to be released on the same day. We drip it out across 5 days and we want everyone to be on the same page. So what we do is we say in the week up to it where the cart is open, they can join at any point through that, but they don't actually get access to the product until the date we start. So for this example then, I know that our academy is starting on the 3rd of October 22. Now, you could also restrict the access to a specific amount of days. So maybe you've got a limited deal. Maybe this is an offer that says, hey, you can have it for half price, but you're only going to get a month's access to it. I don't know. So again, that is an option there. If you wanted to, you could say how many days that someone has got access to this course. Now notice down here, this is in your settings. We're saying it's going to start on the 3rd of October, but what time are the videos being released? Well, we have it set in here to 9 a.m. in Europe. You can click on here, it will take you through to your settings, and this is one of your default settings. Look, it's taken me right down here to this drip settings. Configure the time and date for your drip category. I don't tick that to say send an email to your members when it's being dripped, because we're handling that in emails. But that's a good place to go just to make sure you're really getting that time right. So for this one, we're not going to put a date on. We're assuming that people can join, and as soon as they've paid, they'll get an email with their product and they can access it straight away. Now, post-purchase. So once somebody has bought this, they've been to the cart, they've put their card details in, what's going to happen? Do you want to send them to the product library? So the next thing that happens is that they're now inside their library, or they're logging into it. We tend to use a existing landing page, and I like to send people to a thank you page. So in here I've got thank you for joining Ecamm Live Academy. It's a page that I've made up, and I think it's really important to just follow up. Somebody's just paid $199 to come and join my course. I think it's really nice to just follow up with a little video or a message that says, thank you for joining. We can't wait to work with you. And click here to download the course. Click here to go and join a Facebook group, and just giving them a few actions. And I think it just confirms, yeah, I feel good about this. I've made a good payment, a good decision. I'm in the right place. So that's your options there. You can choose that landing page to send somebody to afterwards. I would just say that the custom thank you page, you're kind of putting a bit of text in here. You can preview it. It's going to look a little bit clunky. I would rather use the page builder and create the landing page over there. Now, post-purchase email, I do just stick with the default one. So as well as them now getting this page open up, they're going to get a standard email that says, thank you for buying Ecamm Live Academy, log in here. And it's their login details to get them into it. So I'm quite happy with that default email, to be honest. Automations at the bottom here. I am just going to jump up first of all before we come to that one, because a few other things I want to have a look at. Under offer details here. So this is looking a bit blank at the minute. If I click edit, so now you can see this is the title that it's put on it. Don't want the web page to go out particularly saying that it's Ecamm Academy October 22. So I'm going to copy that down to be my internal title. All I want the external one to say is Ecamm Live Academy. All right. And I can select an image to go in here. I can upload a new file and just drag something in. And there it goes, starting to take shape. Now, again, if we wanted to change this, we can do in here. It's a one-time payment. And then you need to select and set up your payment providers. And you can head off and have a look at this, and it will take you to the area to set up Stripe and PayPal. I tend to leave it on both of them. And again, a limited offer. We touched on this in the offers video, the coupon code video. If you wanted to, you could actually put a limit on this. So if you say, look, we can only take 50 people, this is a VIP course, might be even less than that. You can actually put a limit on it. So once your 50 customers are in, what do you want to happen? Do you want to go to a sold out page where you just put a bit of custom in here, or do you want to go to a landing page that you've already created? It might be going back to a wait page. It might be a page that says, really sorry you missed out on this. If you want to go on a wait list, we'll let you know if we've got any more spaces. Unlikely that you're going to put a limit on this one, but if you do, and that is a strategy you've got, then this is where you would fill that out. Okay, so that's as much as I want in this one. I am going to come back so you can see we've got details, pricing, upsell. If you wanted to do an upsell, you could add one to this. And so when somebody's putting their details, instead of going to that thank you page, they're going to go to an upsell page. And you can add that in at this point here if you want. So this will be another offer that you've made. Maybe I want to have an upsell for some one-to-one coaching, for instance. And I can add that in here at this point if I want to. And I can select that title, description. I could even put a little video in there. Everyone, 100% of people who buy your course will go to this upsell page. So you could put a video that just says, hey, really happy that you've bought this. Before you go, I've got a great one-off offer. You'll never see this again. This is where you can do that. And then they'll have two call to action buttons to make this purchase or no thanks. We'll cover this more in a specific video. It's there as an option on this page. Then we've got some settings. Send members to a third-party email provider. If you're using, as it says, MailChimp, Aweber, or other platforms, and you want to be able to send this information, then you can integrate it here. You can tick on this to say, tell me when somebody's purchased this, and you can put your own or a member of your team's email in here. Cart abandonment emails, I do use these. And so I can say 1 hour later, so somebody has gone to the cart and for whatever reason, before they put in their card details and hit purchase, they've left it. Might be very genuine, it might be a time thing, it might be that they didn't have their card on them. This just sends an email to them an hour later and says, hey, realize you left the cart without purchasing. You know, we'd love to see you again. And actually we've had people purchase off of those and come back and say thank you for that email, that reminder. So I would leave this on, and I just tend to leave the template email. If you want to edit that template just to make it a bit more friendly, absolutely click on that link and head through. Now, if you're doing affiliates, this is really important. If you've got people promoting your products for you as affiliates, then you need to make sure you turn on here this affiliate commission offer and say how much. If, like us, you offer a 25% affiliate commission on here, if somebody is in your affiliate area and is sending out your links and you haven't turned this on, the tracking isn't going to be applied. So really important to turn this one on if that's something you're doing. Now let's jump back to this details page. So everything's in here now. I do want to come back to these automations because this is fantastic. You can do so much in here. So when somebody has purchased your offer, then look at all these things. We could potentially grant them another offer, subscribe them to an email sequence. So if you want a follow-up series of emails to come after this, this is super powerful. Someone's just bought maybe a low-cost product from you and you want to be able to send them some emails. If we tend to run our courses as cohort-based, meaning we run them live. And so when somebody purchases, we all start together. We're in a Facebook group and for 2 weeks, they're working through the training together. If that wasn't the case and you're doing this as an evergreen, then it's a really good idea to set an email sequence that 1 day later, 2 days later says, hey, how are you getting on? Are you enjoying the course so far? Maybe a few days later, you're sort of saying, hey, just reaching out and seeing how people are getting on. And it's lovely because you can put, hey, first name, how are you getting on? People genuinely think that you've taken the time to manually sit and write an email to them. And it's a lovely thing to when people come back and say, thank you so much for taking the time to reach out and see how I'm getting on. And off they go with some feedback for you. So definitely encourage you to use these automations and subscribe to a sequence. It might be that you want to unsubscribe them from a sequence. Maybe they downloaded a freebie and you've got this email sequence that is trying to upsell them to this course. Maybe now they've bought this product, they've bought the offer that you put in front of them, you now want to take them out of that, because the last thing you want is somebody then getting an email saying, hey, why haven't you purchased this course? From experience. And then they come back, saying, why are you sending me this email? I did buy it. So you might want to unsubscribe them from a sequence. Register to an event. We use events a lot. We've got a video about how to set up an event. This is powerful if you're creating a training around a time. So again, for us, for our Ecamm Academy, it starts on a set date. That's when our event starts. And it allows us then to have, instead of having an email sequence, we create emails around an event that say 1 day before the event, 1 hour before the event, 2 days after the event. So we can create our automations around that. And the beauty of doing it through an event is we can clone that event in 6 months' time, run it again. All those emails are there and attached. So that might be a good one. Adding a tag, very simply, it's just like tagging a video or anything else. You can apply tags to people, and it's a really good way to visually have a look and say, okay, this person bought this. Yeah, you can build up information, and then when you're emailing or doing other things, you can say, send it to someone who's got this tag. So yeah, that can be really good. Sending an email, we do this quite often, and not only to the person, but we could send an email to the team. And maybe there's action that we need to make, or one of my team members needs to make when somebody has purchased this. So I can send it to my team and say, hey, this person's just joined, can you let them into this group? You will know what applies to you, but it's really cool that you can do all this automation, that when these things happen, we can do all this. So potentially sending a coupon as well. The coupon that we made in that previous video, you can actually send this coupon to them if you want to. All of these cool things that happen. And notice as well that this was when we purchased. If you want to grant this to somebody, that's another way of doing this for free. So I mentioned in that coupon video a way to, potentially you might want to say, hey, I want to let this person come through my training for free. Well, actually, rather than giving them a code, you can actually apply this to their account already. So if somebody has subscribed and I've got their email address, I can simply say, hey, I want to grant this Ecamm Live Academy to them, and it's for free. So in that case, I would say when this offer is granted, then I want to register them to that event so that they start getting those emails. Or maybe if you were doing it as evergreen, when it's granted, you subscribe to an email sequence. So typically in my automations, I'm duplicating when someone purchases, do this. When it's offers granted, do exactly the same. So then nothing gets missed out. Otherwise, you can grant this to someone and they're saying, I didn't get any emails from you, and you realize it's because you didn't put an automation in for when it's granted. Now you can also do things, look, so following up, so someone's bought this offer, but if a payment is successful, maybe you want to do something. More importantly, if the payment fails, does that want to send an email to someone in your team? Or maybe you want to send an email to them saying, really sorry, but your payment's failed. If they cancel it, maybe it's a subscription and in 2 months' time they cancel, and you want to be able to say, send an email to a team member so that they can follow up. Or again, send an email to them saying, really sorry to see you go. Anything we can do to help? Maybe you offer a discount, I don't know. You can see how much power there is here in this automation area. It's fantastic. And even when you've done this, you can still add a further condition. So, maybe you're saying in here, when this is purchased, subscribe this person to this email sequence. And then if filter down here would say kind of unless they are subscribed already, or there's loads. Look at all the options you've got down here. Maybe you want to add them to something unless they joined in the past so many days. Yeah, too many options to go through really. But again, just sort of showing you the power of this, that there are lots of sort of if-then actions that you can put into it. So there are all your automations down here. One thing that you must do is just go through here and edit checkout. Really important that you can think, great, I've done all that. Now look what happens when I get over to the checkout. This is what someone's going to see. I really dislike that this gets put in as a default, and it's caught me out in the past. One of my first customers come through and they'll go, is it supposed to say this on the page? Thankfully, it's typically somebody friendly that'll help you out there. But I don't particularly want this bit at the top, this header. So if I click on this, it takes me through and it'll tell me up here, enable banner. Do I want a banner? I can put an image or I can just disable it. And let's save it. You have to keep saving everything. Now I've got rid of that banner at the top. And then this area here, what's going on. This is the title that it's pulled through from the offer. I can actually rewrite over that if I want to. This is the main bit really, this checkout description. And I can come into here and I can edit away in this. This is really me putting something in, someone's clicked the button, buy now. This is the page they're looking at that they're now about to put card details in. It's nice to just reassure them that, yeah, this is actually a good deal. And so here they go. You can just pop a description in there that just says something about what they're purchasing, but don't leave it like that. Okay, then this is what they're going to see. And then you can get your link and copy it if you need to. And you could send that to someone and that would take them straight to this page. Or more typically, you're going to put this into one of your landing pages, and under the call to action, you're going to link it up to an offer, and it would list your offers, and you'll be looking for Ecamm Live Academy October 22. Okay, so that's everything really around that offer. Now, we did mention earlier on that there might be occasion when you think, I want to have a $199 offer or I want to have a payment plan option. So what I would do is clone this offer here. Okay, it's given me, it's just put a 1 at the end of it over there. So let's go into this one and we're going to edit it over here. And what I might say on this one is times 3 payments. Okay, so no one is going to see it in the title, but an internal title says to me, this is 3 installments. And so instead of a one-time payment, I want multiple payments, payment amount. So if we're wanting to make this a bit dearer, maybe we say that it's $79 US, and it's times 3 installments. And now if I save this, let's have a look at that checkout. So it does tell me up here that it's $79, 3 monthly payments. Now, what I would warn you about is that the automations don't tend to carry across. So if you've cloned a offer, chances are those automations, you've got to put them in again. Just double check that one. But now I've got 2 offers available like this. Wouldn't it be good to do a sales page where somebody can choose one or the other? Okay, let's have a look at how we do this. So we've now created 2 different offers. One of them is to this payment plan. One of them to is a one-off discounted price. And if you've been around Kajabi for a while, it used to be that there was a sales page section in here that you could just group them together and there they would sit on that same checkout. That's a change that they've taken away recently. So from here, you would need to go in and create that sales page over in your templates under website over here under landing pages. And you could then pull into that your 2 different pricing plans over on that sales page to let people choose which one they're interested in. So hopefully that's helped you out with that. It's a great place as well. You'll be able to see all your stats and things in here once the orders start flowing, seeing how many you've sold, all of this kind of information. What I tend to do is once I don't want this available anymore, I can change it from published to draft. And then I've got a whole load of old ones that are draft that I don't want people accidentally linking to. Please ask me any questions about this. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want help with on this. And if you haven't seen that video on coupons, do check it out over here. And we've got another video on products. If you haven't seen that, let's show you how to actually build the product out. Okay, see you in one of those videos. Thank you.